Welcome back to our top 5 strategies, if I can get that finger up. Top 5 strategies to implement before the end of the year. Again, just a couple weeks coming up on the end of 2025. Number 3 on our list for today, we're talking about holding your annual board meeting. Now, again, this is only going to be applicable, right? Our primary clientele are those self-employed people, solopreneurs, anybody with a side hustle, business owners, entrepreneurs. This strategy is going to be available to you. So if you fit that description, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Before I get into the details, hello everyone, my name is Andrew D'Amico, CPA partner here at Ledgerly alongside Mike Abrahamian, also a CPA, our other founder, where we're just constantly talking about tax saving strategies, helping clients improve their asset protection, as well as helping them build generational wealth. So again, any of those things are of importance to you, subscribe to this channel to stay up to date and learn more from us. Now, talking about a board of advisors, what does that really mean? What am I even talking about? Well, if you're familiar, maybe you've heard of the company Apple or Microsoft. Those are massive corporations where they have a board of directors. For your small business, you can adopt a board of advisors, essentially going to serve the same function. And it's just a way, an opportunity for us to maybe shift some income and expenses, obtain a write-off, spend time with family whose opinions we hold in high regard, and it's going to be an opportunity to get some insight from these third parties, because you, the hardworking business owner, are in the operations day to day to day, and it's going to be hard to take that kind of 1,000-level-foot view, look at our business and see where there are opportunities to improve on, what are you doing good, what you can double down on. It's an opportunity to get some feedback. And if this isn't something that you've done before, you still have a few weeks left to adopt it, implement it, and hold that board meeting before the end of the year. So now all of that said, let's get right to our whiteboard. So again, just kind of an example trifecta up where we have our operations, our 9 to 5 type work on the left. On the right is our passive investments. And again, this really isn't kind of part of the picture here. I'm actually going to need it right there. But let's say on the left side, we have an operational business, consulting, landscaping, accounting professional. That's our left side. And then on the right side, passive investments, like maybe we have a rental property that's held in an LLC and we rent out to tenants. If you've noticed, attached to both of those LLCs, I have a board, because you can adopt a board of advisors for each of your entities. This is not just limited to one LLC. Nope, depending on your picture, you might have 5 LLCs over here. You can have a board on each of them. So that's where the opportunity arises. And before I get into kind of the logistics that I've already written up and you can read for yourself, there are some opportunities and reasons why we want to implement a board of advisors. Some of those opportunities include things like, hey, at the end of the day, business owner, we want to pay less tax. We're going to get some write-offs associated with this. Write-offs. What kind of write-offs? Well, to hold an annual meeting, you're going to need people to come in. So maybe you're paying for their airfare. So we'll say travel. Or maybe you have them, advanced strategy, you use the Augusta rule. You host them at your house for a couple days, especially if it's family. We could use the Augusta rule for their lodging. But I'm just going to say lodging. Not talking about the Augusta rule today. And meals. Maybe this is going to be centered on, or you're going to host this during a holiday with Christmas and the holidays coming up. Just keep this in mind for next year, like a Memorial Day, 4th of July, whenever your board is going to be around. Hey, let's try and use one of those days to have a meeting, and let's write off the meals or the groceries that go into preparing that meal where we host our meeting. So we're going to get some write-offs. So that's one of the great benefits of holding a board meeting. Other things like, hey, this is going to be a way where we can pay family members, whether that be kids, put them on your board maybe once they're over the age of 10. It's going to differ, but up to you. Or if you have parents who you want to help either fund their retirement or ultimately take care of them, having them serve on your board is a way you can reasonably compensate them and get a deduction for your business while also helping out family members at the same time. So that's another reason why we love the board of advisor. And especially if you have a family, this is an opportunity to educate your kids. Love my parents to death. They have never had their own business. They have been W-2 people their entire lives. They may not know the tax code as well as I do. I'm a tax professional, so I'm educating them over the years. But if you, self-employed person, have a good accountant, you learn about the tax code, strategies like the board of advisors, you can bring your kids onto your board and you could educate them on these things. And it goes beyond just the tax benefits, but hey, is there an opportunity or a desire from both of you to get them involved and maybe potentially take over the business over the years, having them on your board is a great way to educate them and groom them for their future role. And then I kind of alluded to it, but this is also going to be great to just overall get some feedback. Again, you're in the day-to-day. Very rarely, I'm a business owner too. Very, very rarely do I take the time. I need to do it more. I have my own board, and I discussed it at my last board meeting. What is the state of the union on my business? I'm not just saying we hold this annual board meeting just as an opportunity to write off a meal. Like, no, it's going to be a genuine meeting. You go up to my logistics in the top right to actually carry this out. We need to circulate out some document. This is going to be internal, but this is just for audit protection, right? We want to document everything so we have something firm to stand on if we were ever to get challenged by the IRS. So we circulate out a form. Hey, this is the board of advisors of XYZ company. I am the owner, Andrew D'Amico. That's me, but it would be you. It consists of X amount of members, and below is their names and their roles, and you circulate it out. In there, you could build in the compensation. Let's say, hey, mom will be on the board for, I'll compensate her $5,000 a year. Sign, date, blah, blah, blah. This could all be built into that form that you have them sign, and then you just retain it. Keep it internally. It's not getting filed with the state or anything, but logistically speaking, those are things that you want to do up front before you hold that meeting. But then when it comes to holding the actual meeting, we want to have an agenda. How else are you going to get feedback if you don't have topics to talk about? Talk about, hey, maybe some of your important KPIs, right? Those key performance indexes. Maybe you're comfortable sharing your financial statements. Hey, this is my annual financials on a quarterly basis. You could see we crushed Q1, did okay in Q2, tanked in Q3. What can I do in Q4? Or this year compared to last year? I'm up, and I think it's because of X, Y, and Z reasons. What do you guys see? What do you guys think? The agenda, it's open-ended. Whatever you want to talk about and get feedback on, but point being, have an outline of what you want to talk about and what you want to pull in those 3 to 5 people on your board and see what they have to say. And lastly, that last bullet there, minutes. So we're going to hold a meeting, but afterwards, we're going to properly document them in a minutes document. What I like to do is just use the voice memo on my phone via the app, record the entire conversation, and then I just pump it into some sort of AI tool like a ChatGPT, if you're familiar with that. And I say, hey, here's a transcript of my board of advisors meeting. Please produce a summarized minutes based on this transcript. Boom, pumps it out in 30 seconds, save down the file, and now I have my minutes. Again, documentation is the key. If the IRS was ever going to challenge, like let's say you hold a meeting and you're writing off parents' travel, you rent a hotel space or a conference room for a day, you get catering, you go above and beyond and you spend, $2,000, $3,000, whatever the number. IRS comes back, challenges it a few years later, and you say, oh yeah, it was my board meeting. They're going to ask, okay, who's on the board? You give them, hey, that document that outlines the 3 to 5 members with signed document. You're going to give them, that one on whatever, November, December, X date. Here's the minutes from that meeting. Our IRS agent, I promise you, will be impressed and they'll back off because, hey, this isn't something willy-nilly that we just said we did. No, we actually did the thing. So that's high level how the Board of Advisors works and how to implement it. Again, there's still time left in the year to do this. So pick a date. Recruit some people, some of your family members who you want to have on this board. Ask them if they'd like to serve on your board. And I'm telling you, if you go to your parents and you say, hey, I'd really appreciate if you were to serve on my board and help me with some insights into my business. I kind of want to pull you into my world. Because I mean, a lot of times, how do those conversations go? Oh, how's business going? Fighting the good fight, or we're doing all right. And that's kind of the level of conversation you have about your business. No, like this is, hey, getting under the hood and asking for real insights. And especially from your parents, they're going to love you for that. And hey, we turn around and do this on a holiday, and we're going to write off the family meal. You turn into a hero. And you as a business owner, don't forget, we get that tax write-off. So pick your board, ask them to serve, get them to sign something, pick a date, still a few weeks left in the year, build out your agenda, and just hold the meeting. And again, everything comes back to documentation. So I hope you found this helpful. Please like, comment your questions, subscribe to this channel because we still got a few more strategies from our top 5 that we're going to roll out before the end of the year. Stay tuned for the next video.